Yo, what is up, you guys? Your boy Swagcoon back into the game with another video, and today we are going to be doing a new type of video which I will be updating maybe every month, maybe 2, maybe 3, we'll see. But we are going to be doing a top 10 units in the game, and the way that we are going to be kind of determining who deserves to be in the top 10 is the overall usefulness and efficiency of them. So how good they are as an attack mission main, as a support, on defense, in final room, all of the above, as well as the buffs, the debuffs, the damage, the defense, the utility that they have, and everything all around. So for that reason, I have a specific top 10 Shinobi ranks, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. But first things first, we are gonna be doing some honorable mentions because there are a bunch of useful Shinobi in the game, but for different reasons. But this is a top 10 overall units in the game. So if you are a beginner, or maybe you don't know who to invest in, these are the top 10 units I would highly recommend investing in, and they will help you out in basically everything. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it with our first honorable mention, Gaara version 1. Now I will also be showing you guys which kits are best for them and their jutsu orders and everything like that, so just stick around, I got y'all. So Gaara V1 with his new X Ultimate rekit from the Shinobi Story Summon is an honorable mention. Now as you guys know, Gaara V1 is a must-have Shinobi in final room if you do not have Boruto versus Momoshiki. Well, more like he's the preferred #1 option, and then Boruto is what you would need if you don't have him. So Gaara V1, the reason why he is so goated as a final room unit is because he instacasts his X Ultimate. So what that means is whenever a Shinobi runs inside, whether it's a gate crash, whether it's instacast, whatever, he will automatically use his X Ultimate jutsu, which will give everyone invincibility. It basically gives them an insane amount of buffs, so huge buffs for defense, for movement speed, for their chakra, for absolutely everything, negation, invincibility, everything. So he buffs everybody up like crazy, and on top of that, that invincibility lasts about 8 seconds, I believe. So for that reason, Gaara is going to be landing in the honorable mentions. The reason why he didn't make the top 10 is because he's only good in final room. And there's also good replacements for him as well. So for that reason, he's going to be in final room with his X Ultimate as the first honorable mention. The second honorable mention, who I just mentioned, is Boruto versus Momoshiki. Boruto is still solid in attack mission. He's still decent as a main, but his main uses are in final room. So this is the loadout you want to use in attack mission or a support, but this is the loadout you want to use in final room. The reason why he's an honorable mention is for the same reason with Gaara. If you do not have Gaara, Boruto's a great option because he does the same thing. With his heal jutsu by itself, he will instacast it, but it will only give you about 3 seconds of invincibility. And after that, fresh meat, it's hard for him to survive, and that's about it. So for that reason, Boruto did make the honorable mention list. Finally, we are gonna have Rin. Rin is also going to be an honorable mention because if you do not have Boruto or Gaara, she is also a great option to have with their healing chime jutsu at level 8 out of 8. Where is it? This one right here, level 8 out of 8. You only want to have her healing chime jutsu equipped as a final room unit, but if you are using her as a support or an attack mission main, this is the loadout that you want to be using right here instead. So honorable mention because she can still be used in attack mission and as a support and in final room, but there are just way better units out there. And for the last honorable mention, who I could not leave out, is the boy Kawaki. The reason why I have him out is because he does not have evasion strip in his kit. The reason why I have him with this loadout is because his follow-up is absolutely essential for someone like Sasuke the Last, or anybody who does not have evasion or a speed buff. He's definitely going to help him out with that. But the ideal loadout would be without this one, and you would want to use his old limit break like this. Revive cancel, great damage, amazing unit, and you can equip 20th anniversary Naruto as his follow-up right here to make up for that lack of evasion strip. But aside from that, he's a great unit, but I just think there's other units who don't need that additional help in order to make the top 10. So those are the honorable mentions. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the top 10 with the number 10 unit being Anbu Itachi. Why is Anbu Itachi in the top 10? Let me explain it to y'all, man. This man is actually kind of timeless because he was the first unit to drop with evasion strip, him and OG Minato. And this man still holds up to this day. He's still an amazing defender to this day. He has evasion strip right here with this kit right here, and he also has it in this jutsu right here in his limit break. This is the loadout that you want to be running with the jutsu order. You can flip-flop them, but I personally like the evasion strip shuriken first and then the limit break. And his X ultimate is also the longest X ultimate in the entire game, and it's full room. Amazing unit, absolutely amazing, still very, very good. This is the loadout that you want to be using on defense and in the attack mission. You can also equip his old limit break if you'd like to, but I kind of like this just 2 jutsu loadout better because he spams those 2. And his first bond jutsu, I like Edo Hashirama. You can also use someone like maybe Sasuke with his Amaterasu. There's a lot of great options, just whatever helps him kind of keep his combo loop going. But because of his essential evasion strip jutsu, his invincibility, huge AoE, he definitely belongs in the top 10 in my opinion, and he has grown to be pretty timeless. So even now, a couple months later, he's still one of the best defenders in the game. So for that reason, Anbu Itachi, the number 10 unit. The number 9 unit in the game is the boy, Edo Itachi. Edo Itachi is an amazing unit. He's the number 9 spot. And the reason for that is because he has a full room X ultimate that makes him spam revival. Every time he uses this jutsu, he gets revival and it is full room. Beautiful animation as well. His limit break and his jutsus also decrease seal resistance, which is very nice. There's not too many units who can do that in the game, so he does very, very good in decreasing that. He has amazing survivability, great evasion, and he's just really tanky. Like, I feel like he's a very, very, very good what's the word called? Like, he's an annoying unit to go up against on defense. On top of that, he has great like survivability, bro. So much invincibility in his kit. Amazing unit. This jutsu has 0 CP cost, so even if he gets stripped when he's an attack mission main, if he gets stripped from his chakra, he can use that jutsu regardless, and he'll be able to regain his momentum again, regain his chakra, regain all that stuff all over again. Amazing unit. And this jutsu right here, really great damage. Both of these jutsus, the Susanoo and his old limit break, great damage, great invincibility, and huge evasion buffs. So overall, a really, really good unit. I actually think he's kind of underrated. I feel like some people kind of wrote him off a little bit, but this is the jutsu order that I like to use. I personally still have him in my base, and I like to use 20th anniversary Naruto because he does not have evasion strip. However, he does have high accuracy on his jutsu, so he can still hit units with evasion, but he's not going to strip it. So for that reason, I went ahead and put 20th anniversary Naruto, and this is the loadout that I like to use him in my personal base. Still putting in work as well. So for the number 8 spot, we have the boy OG Madara landing in the 8th spot. I don't have his new limit break, unfortunately, so I can't show you that. But this man with his brand new rekit, which I don't have again, unfortunately, absolute monster, bro. Absolute monster. One of the most underrated units in the game because, for one, he has insane damage, an insane amount of damage, insane AoE, insane invincibility. He's annoying to kill, and he'll absolutely clap your cheeks if you do not kill him quick. And his old limit break, a beautiful, amazing old jutsu, amazing damage, great knockdown combo, and he's definitely still good in the attack mission as well. As a support, if you need a great damage dealer, he's got you. As a main, he's all right, but on defense, he's a great, amazing support killer as well. New 4-star, pretty solid. I think it's pretty good, but I think he gets definitely most of his utility from his old limit break and his new limit break. On top of that, his follow-up jutsu is amazing. The fire style, hiding in ash, a great CP draining follow-up jutsu to equip on your defense or attack mission shinobi. And on top of that, it also decreases evasion rate as well. So if you have a shinobi who doesn't decrease evasion, this jutsu as a follow-up will definitely help you out. Overall, really underrated jutsu, really underrated shinobi, and I think he got a little bit outshined by the anniversary, but in my opinion, he's definitely deserving of his number 7 spot in this game. So next up, the number 6 spot in the top 10 is going to go to the boy KLM Naruto. Now, this should be pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go ahead and break it down anyways. KLM Naruto is a must-have final room unit because he himself is the reason the meta changed in final room. He can cancel out a speed glitch. So normally speed glitch, you sprint, get a speed buff in another room, and you run into final room and the shinobi wait too long to react, and that's an easy kill. But because of this man alone, that is completely nullified. On top of that, his X ultimate gives damage nullification. So a damage nullification basically means that nobody on the freaking floor can take damage, bro. And at level 15, it ignores the ninjutsu cooldown time for everybody on the same floor. Just an absolutely amazing unit. It also it also gives him immune to recoil and immune to certain traps for a certain amount of time. So if you want to use him as an attack mission main, that works perfectly fine as well, because if you use the X ultimate, some traps will not affect him and he gets damage nullification and recoil. So you can be hitting him, he's going to take 0 damage, and he's not going to be, you know, falling back into any animations or anything like that. Just an amazing source of buffs for your team. Also gives everyone invincibility, boost their X boost gauge. Like, just an amazing unit overall. This is the jutsu that you want to put first. This is the jutsu that he's gonna spam. So this is the order that you want to put it in. Also, he decreases seal and paralysis resistance, both of them, which is an amazing combo. I believe he was the first unit to actually do that. And he also increases his own accuracy. So although he doesn't have evasion strip, he is going to be hitting units most of the time that have huge evasion buffs and all that stuff. He also gives a bunch of buffs to his team, makes them more tanky, gives them resistance buffs, all that stuff. So absolutely amazing unit in final room. Again, this is the jutsu order that you want to have, and I like to put him with 20th anniversary Sasuke. You can also go ahead and use Amaterasu Sasuke. I think I'm actually going to switch that out. I think I like this one better because it increases the cooldown time when they get hit by this Amaterasu. So amazing follow-up, amazing shinobi, definitely deserving of the top 6 spot right there. And finally, getting into the top 5. I'm sure y'all know the top 5 already, but you guys might be surprised by the order. So the number 5 unit in the game is gonna go to Final Valley Naruto. Now, I know, before y'all start a freaking riot in my comment section, let me explain why. Final Valley Naruto, although he is a goated unit and my boy, you know, one of my favorite units ever of all time, he is in the 5 spot because the other units in this game have things such as damage nullification. They also have things such as different type of utility, insane attack, and just they do things that he does, but a little bit better and more efficiently. But that doesn't mean that this man isn't good. This man they can make an argument that he can be in the top 3. But in my personal opinion, I think he's going to be top 5. And we'll get into that a little bit down the road. But so starting off, X Ultimate gives him revival. It has revive cancel, so it absolutely cancels any type of revival that anyone has, which is amazing, obviously. Also increases X Ultimate nature resistances, which is nice. So what that means is basically he has a chance of tanking X Ultimates if they're at a low enough level. Increases his attack, makes all allies invincible. His new limit break causes highly accurate damage on the same floor. So this is a full room jutsu. It increases ninjutsu cooldown time, decreases chakra, decreases their confusion resistance, makes everyone invincible. Wow, invincible. What the fuck? Why was that so hard? Reduces his cooldown time. Just an absolutely insane limit break jutsu right here. And at limit break 3, those buffs increase even further. The cooldown time increases on the enemies that he uses this on. Just an absolutely monster of a unit. His old limit break, this is how you want to have him in final room. But as an attack mission main, you would obviously want to equip his 4-star jutsu, which is amazing as well. It ignores nature resistance. It also inflicts enemies with basically any two status elements in the game, including decreased evasion and decreased HP recovery, which is an insane jutsu. So as an attack mission main, you would want to have that, but in final room, you would want to have this jutsu. That way they just spam the 2 limit breaks by themselves. Overall, an absolute monster of a unit. And in a attack mission, I like to run him with OG Itachi. He doesn't have a speed buff in his kit, so with this, it sucks enemies in, which makes it a lot easier for him to kill everybody off, and it gives the whole team a speed buff. So that's why he's in the top 5. The number 4 unit in the game is the boy, Baryon Mode Naruto. Now, some of y'all might be thinking, hey, Swag, he might be top 3. He might be, but in my personal opinion, I'm gonna put him in the top 4th spot. And I don't have his new X Ultimate. If you guys haven't seen my summoning videos, I got shafted like crazy trying to get his X Ultimate, unfortunately. But with his new X Ultimate, he gets damage nullification and revive cancel, which is just absolutely busted, bro. Insane unit, bro. Insane. So anyways, with his damage nullification, he's able to just take 0 damage overall, and he has revive cancel. He is lacking revival though, so but he has revive cancel, so you know, it kind of makes up for it. Even then, with his old X Ultimate, still an amazing X Ultimate. Full room, pierces iframes, amazing jutsu. His new limit break is absolutely insane. It does crazy damage, inflicts confusion, slowed movement, makes everyone invincible. Here we go again. And not only that, but with his new kit, he became almost a must-have unit in Final Room. So you can either have him on defense or Final Room, but some people like him in Final Room better. Like, he's that good. And with his new X Ultimate as an attack mission main, you can just use your damage nullification X Ultimate, jump into Final Room, and you cannot get touched, bro. Like, absolutely insane, bro. This is just crazy. And on top of that, if he runs out of chakra, he will use his HP in order to use the jutsu, which is a brand new mechanic into the game that we haven't seen before, but it definitely helps him survive in Final Room even better with that jutsu. Also has high accuracy on his jutsus as well, and his new 4-star, also crazy, does insane damage, invincibility, gives everyone invincibility again. Gives him status ailment immunity, restores HP for everyone on the floor, and also another jutsu that if he runs out of chakra, he will be able to still survive and be able to use the jutsus. And his old limit break gives him a huge evasion buff as well. This is the way I like to run him in my base stats and the Ninja Bond. I like Madara just because he decreases chakra and he definitely helps out with keeping that AoE active. The reason why I have him below Final Valley Sasuke is because I think Final Valley Sasuke's AI is better on defense, and I think Final Valley Sasuke is a little bit more efficient in keeping the team together in attack missions. So for that reason, Baryon Mode Naruto is going to be in the 4th spot. Now, number 3, the boy, Final Valley Sasuke. Now, the reason why I have him above Baryon, now like I said, those can flip-flop. I understand that these top 5 all can be interchangeable. All of them can be interchangeable. This is just my opinion and how I believe they should be ranked. And it's not by a lot. Like, they're barely beating one another by like a little bit, you know what I mean? So Final Valley Sasuke has revive cancel on his X Ultimate, just like Baryon. He does not have damage nullification, but he does have revival every single time he uses his X Ultimate. He can spam jutsus. He leaves a massive damage area, which makes it very easy to gate crash with him as well. His Kirin limit break is insane, 0 CP cost. So he doesn't have to steal from his HP in order to use it. It's a true iframe, insane damage, insane knockdown. Makes him tankier, and at limit break 3, again, increases his evasion rate by an even more massive amount. So for those units who have medium accuracy jutsus, they're still not going to be able to hit him like 50% of the time. This Susanoo jutsu has insane range, can summon enemies from far away. It shoots them up into the sky with an animation, which makes it very easy. Like, it makes it very easy to have a good knockdown combo loop with Sasuke. If you get trapped in the corner, it's wraps. You can't do anything. Even with the best unit in the game, you can't. With Baryon, I think he's still amazing, but it's a little harder for him to get into his combo consistently. Sasuke as well decreases paralysis resistance, which is crazy. And I think Baryon decreases confusion. So paralysis is a more efficient jutsu to have, because it can obviously paralyze Shinobi, whereas confusion, they just run in the opposite direction. For supports, it's better, but for mains, if you get paralyzed, you can't do anything, bro, for that reason. Actually, let me double check that real quick, but I do believe it's confusion. Let's go ahead and look into that really quick. I don't want to give you all the wrong information. Was it this one? No, it's not. Was it the 4-star that decreases confusion? Decreases, yeah, confusion resistance. Yeah, my fault. I just wanted to double check that. But yeah, paralysis is more efficient at taking care of mains. Confusion is more efficient at taking care of supports. Well, both of them, but paralysis resistance is obviously better. And with his old limit break, insane damage, bro. insane damage. And I only have it at Limit Break 2, but at Limit Break 3 it does even more increased damage. So for that reason, I just feel like Sasuke is more useful in more situations than Baryon is. Baryon, I think, has the upper hand on defense. Like, final room, for sure. Main defense, probably too. And on revival, probably about the same. No, regular defense, they're about the same. But revival, I think Baryon has it by a little bit because he has damage nullification. But I just think Sasuke does have more utility in more areas and does it more efficiently than Baryon does. But like I said, all of these can be flip-flopped and they all have their arguments. But that is why I personally believe Sasuke belongs in the top 3 as a third unit. This is the jutsu order, and I like to run Naruto Light because of the extra damage area that he does. Finally, the top 2 units in the game. Number 2 goes to Sasuke the Last. Again, interchangeable, this is my opinion. Sasuke the Last is going to go in the top 2. Obviously, the new anniversary units have to go in top 2. They are the best units in the game. And the reason Sasuke is number 2 is because he has a full room X ultimate, which is the best gate crash jutsu in the game, in my personal opinion. You go outside of the gate, use the X ultimate, easy money all day. Massively increases cooldown time for enemies, even if they do not get hit by the jutsu. If they don't die from it and they get hit even with invincibility, it massively increases their cooldown times, decreases their chakra. It just does an insane stuff, increases defense and evasion huge of all allies and makes everyone invincible. Just an insane unit, bro, insane. And he gets revival as well when the red bar is full. On top of that, his limit break, so he's a yellow type unit, which means he's super tanky, but he also does an insane amount of damage too. So also, him and Naruto are the first 8-star units, so they also get increased buff stats. Highly accurate damage on his limit break. Also, it decreases inflicts paralysis, seal, or slow to movement. Any one of those 3, which are basically like the top 3 status elements in the game aside from confusion. Gives the user's attacks all attack reduction and paralysis, increases all of his resistances, reduces his cooldown time, it halves it, and it also gives him temporary damage reduction by a 40% amount and gives him X ultimate resistances. I only have him at Limit Break 2, but at Limit Break 3, he increases all of his resistances by a medium amount, and he gets 100% confusion and seal resistance when starting the match. So on defense, he cannot get sealed or confused because he will automatically start for 10 seconds with those confusions at 100%. This one also inflicts paralysis. Honestly, bro, like, this unit is just absolutely fucking insane. And the reason why, like, I don't have him above Naruto is because Naruto has damage nullification and Sasuke doesn't. Although Sasuke has evasion rate, huge evasion, he has evasion rate reduction, he has amazing things in his kit, which is why he's number 2. The reason why I don't have him above Naruto is because, for one, he doesn't have revive cancel on his X ultimate. He does have revival, but not revive cancel, and he does not have damage nullification. And those 2 things are so essential that it puts Naruto just above him. But this man is absolutely insane. I like to run him with Kawaki because he does not have a speed buff either, or yeah, just a speed buff. So he has a huge evasion buff from his X ultimate, but Kawaki also gives a medium evasion, so that way you don't have to use your X ultimate in order to get evasion, and Kawaki gives him a speed buff as well. So for that reason, he is number 2. Sorry, my camera died again, but the final unit in the game is going to be Naruto the Last. Obviously, as y'all know, this man is fucking insane. He's a red type unit, which means he does insane damage, and with his new 8-star awakening, he is even tanky as well, tankier than Sasuke, and his X ultimate gives him revival, has revive cancel, gives him damage nullification. Is just insane, bro. Damage nullification is going to take 0 damage. This is a great jutsu to use right outside of final room as well. If you beat everybody and you use this right outside of final room, you're going to fly right into final room and kill everybody. Rasen Shuriken, it has an insane amount of debuffs, inflicts slow to movement, confusion, decreases their invincibility, status element immunity, just like Sasuke. He also gives his whole team buffs as well, and it traps enemies in a massive Rasengan in the middle of the floor. His limit break, insane, bro. insane damage, hugely decreases chakra, decreases evasion by a huge amount, recovers HP for all allies, increases his damage depending on how many people are on the floor. Bro, this man is absolutely goated. Has his cooldown time, just an absolutely insane unit, bruh. Insane unit. And again, at Limit Break 3, just like Sasuke, he has a 100% resistance for everything. Oh no, but he increases his resistance for everything, and he gives himself 100%. No, sorry. He gives himself. I'm sorry. Gives himself resistances for everything, makes him invincible, gives him damage nullification with his Limit Break. And it also makes him immune to recoil one time when his user's chakra is under 20%. So it's a little different than Sasuke's, but he gets basically damage nullification and recoil from his Limit Break. And this jutsu has a great knockdown combo. Also an amazing follow-up jutsu, bro. Amazing follow-up jutsu, and it increases his accuracy by a large amount. This is the way that you have to run your Naruto with this Rasen Shuriken. His AI works a lot better on defense. And honestly, this man is insane. Both Naruto and Sasuke are insane, and I like to use Sasuke the last follow-up jutsu because it's just an amazing damage dealing jutsu, and on top of that, it leaves a massive AoE. So those are the top 10 units in the game. Sorry that this video was kind of long. I really wanted to break down the units for you guys, especially for all the new players joining as well. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about my top 10. What would y'all change? Would you guys move anyone around? Would you guys add anyone in, take anyone out? Let me know what y'all think, man. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, drop a swag fam in the comment section. But as always, appreciate y'all. Stay swaggy, stay blessed, and I will see you guys in the next one.